Pui Pui Man is who I am. We out here. We out here. Welcome. Ooh, did I just burp? Did I burp on live? Yes, I burped on a live. Oh well. Deal with my burped live. Burped live. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Wow. Oh, it's the. I'm sorry, Theo. I was in my phone, bro. What's going on with you? What's going on with you, man? We gonna have some fun tonight. I got some stuff I want to talk about. It's weird stuff, but stuff nonetheless. Let me turn off my noisy phone because I know it's gonna be ringing and chiming and popping and bubbling and doing all manner of things. Yeah. I haven't seen your third one. I watched the first two, the little short one and the one about Chad. But I especially appreciate that one, the TikTok. That's just on point because that is the story of my freaking life, man. Everybody just, hey, you doing that? And hey, are you doing that? And hey, how come you ain't? Because y'all ain't supporting. I mean, it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? Folks, folks gonna be how they gonna be, man. But that's why I keep plugging here and keep plugging on the radio. Eventually, man, something got to give. These folks eventually got to, you know, act like they know. Yeah, fickle, fickle. You tell them something, then they'll do it. But to continue doing it on their own, that ain't happening, So yeah. It ain't just you, bruh. Trust and believe. It is definitely not just you. Um, do you watch this is probably a crazy question. Do you watch Bel Air, man? Nope. Okay. Well, all right. Well, then I'm not. Don't worry, that isn't a topic of discussion tonight. Hooray! Um, and if I have my way, it probably won't ever be a topic of discussion. But alopecia will, because somebody else said something about alopecia, and they was not nice about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Life period is dramatic enough without adding more drama to the already existing drama. So yeah, See, I'm up on game. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling brothers about they dry ass lips. So I got to be ready with my little, this the lip balm they give you at the dentist visit. So just to let you know, your boy is taking care of his pearly whites. Well, mostly pearly white. I think they're pearly white. I ain't about to do no smell test or no taste test or nothing like that. But yeah, I've been having issues with my internet. Like I'd be uploading videos and the videos are just they'll be loading like hecka slow. I'll be like at 16%, then it'll go to 20%, and then it'll just sit at 20% for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, something ain't right. And then you cancel the upload, and then you reload the upload, it's still going slow, and then you gotta check. Come find out, man, my modem was from like, I think dude said it was from like 2014. So I had like a really old modem. So I just got my modem replaced today. And hopefully, Mr. Ray Smith, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? My other Moon Knight fan. Yep. He digs Moon Knight too. He was telling me I cannot complain. I cannot complain. I mean, I could complain, but ain't no sense. Ain't no sense complaining if folks ain't listening. Anyway, I did on the radio this past Wednesday. I talked about recast T'Challa. And I just basically kind of gave a 101 about what the movement's about, and I focused the conversation on the difference between like a casual and a fan, because I'm trying to raise awareness about the movie, or rather the fact that we probably shouldn't be at the movie if we truly care about T'Challa and we care about honoring Chadwick Boseman. So that's kind of where my my slant of it was the past couple of Wednesdays. I've been talking about it, so I might take some of that footage and put it all together and do one big video. Okay, we are 8 minutes in. Okay. Well, I got y'all. Y'all are sparkling conversationalists. So y'all could keep the conversation going. Plus, y'all are intelligent, so I can bounce intelligent ideas off of y'all. All right. I am going to start off, gentlemen, with Lia Thomas. Let's talk about Lia Thomas for a second. I know Lia Thomas has been talked about profusely, but I ain't talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. Him. I don't know why I'm saying her. I mean, I know it's a respect thing, but still at the same time, man, it's like, how in the heck do you go from being 462nd swimming among men to number one among women? It maketh no sense. And then I see your state, Theo, is your boy Ron DeSantis He is just doing the most, ain't he? Yeah, it is an unfair advantage. And and I did a little research, Mr. Smith, and I found out that even when mugs get reassignment surgery and the testosterone levels drop, the testosterone levels don't drop to the point where it makes it consistently competitive, if that makes sense. Because some people's testosterone levels drop and it works out. They actually become, at least in stamina, women or stamina. I want to say this right, because if somebody come back and be like, "Oh, you're a chauvinist," or I ain't going like that. What my man say? Theo said, "This is me, and it's just my opinion." Of course, we know. Some transgender women are taking advantage of the situation. I agree. The levels are still 9 times. Yeah, basically what I was getting at, Theo. Yeah, they're still higher than the average woman. So even if they do get reassignment surgery, I mean, let's entertain this. If they get the full reassignment surgery, Mr. Lane, that is indeed a topic of discussion. But right now, we talk about Lia Thomas. I am definitely gonna get the Ezra Miller. Faux show. Hang tight, my dude. If a person gets reassignment surgery, and the plumbing and everything is altered, are they truly a woman? Don't everybody start chiming in at once. And Mr. Lane, for your edification, we're talking about Lia Thomas, the young lady slash man who swam against women and was just going on and on and on. Theo is asking, physically or biologically? Oh, okay. Now y'all, y'all going out. Okay, and I like that. Uh, Ray Smith, you said not to me, but that's my opinion. Theo said physically or biologically. Jeff Lane said a woman can have children except when they're barren. Physically or biologically? How about both? Because I mean, I guess, anatomically, if a person is a gender anatomically, does that make them that gender biologically too? Aquaman slash woman 2. I'm not sure quite 100% understanding. Just make a trans sport. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Physically, yep. Biologically, no. And I'm only interested in having a relationship with a biological woman. How would you know that that was a biological woman if everything's been fixed? One of the reasons I am very happy I am married, and I know that the person I'm married to is a biological, natural woman. But if you out here dating, and that's why I'm like, I feel so bad for y'all folks that's single. Damn, how you linking up? I like that, Theo. Birth certificates and or only date mothers could be adopted. So, and I'm only playing devil's advocate here because I'm just presenting possibilities that we may not have considered in our adamant, obstinate responses. I know that we feel strongly, and I'm not advocating one way or the other. I'm just stimulating the conversation, if that makes sense. Mr. Lane says, I have a niece, and I don't think it's fair. She will have to compete against a man in the future instead of a woman. I agree. And if I read correctly today, I think there is legislature in Washington that they're trying to pass to level the playing field. No pun intended. Yeah, exactly. I agree too, Mr. Smith. I only want to date a biological woman too. But if a fixed person presents themselves as a woman, well, I guess technically they believe they are, and society says that they are. But I mean, what does it look different than regular plumbing? I mean, because if we getting physical and the lights go out, does it feel the same? Do we respond to it the same? That's that's what I'm saying. If you can be totally 100% hoodwinked visually, why can you not? That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Y'all are popping off. Let me see. I just believe it's cheating, in my opinion. I agree, Mr. Lane. Theo said, me, if as man you want to have children, if it's with a woman, no one should be upset about your choice to only want a biological woman. It's folks getting upset about a man's choice. Again, I agree. Jeffrey says it's also like he can't beat men, so he wants to just beat women. So that's lame to me. I agree. And even more so when it comes to contact sports like UFC and boxing. I can't tell you how many doggone videos I done seen where it started off like tip tap, tip tap, tip tap, and the woman started throwing combos, back, 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 back. Beep, beep, bap. And the dude just was like, oh, okay, we boxing. Bow. And then it's like, why didn't you hit her like that? Because she's in a damn ring. If she didn't want to get hit, she shouldn't be in the ring. But that's just my opinion. They can compete. They and it's the, I don't know. Are we upset about either gender flipping and going to another side? Because I don't see a whole lot of trans women trying to get off into male sports. And when they are in sports, it's just women, saying I can do a man's sport too. But you very seldom see a trans man, which is actually a woman, saying, I want to be in the UFC and I want to beat Israel Adesanya and take his title. We don't see no trans men doing that. We don't see no trans men talk about I want to box Gervonta Davis for the title. I don't see or Tyson Fury for his title. I don't see nobody, no trans man stepping up to do anything like that. Not to say that they couldn't, but if a grown man taking shots and they falling over, yep. Yeah, Theo, you are totally 100% echoing. Yeah, you don't see that. It's always the trans women that want to participate in men's sports because I don't know. I guess the gap, even when there are exceptional, and the only The only thing I can think about or person I can relate to is Flojo. And Flojo, a biological woman, used to torch women. Something terrible to the point where that talk came up about her. Jackie Joyner Kersey, same thing. That talk came up about her. Did she used to be a man? Did they used to be a man? And I'm like, if Flojo used to be a man, that is one fine man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Ms. Lane, you say you have a lot of jokes on this subject. Okay. Yeah, Ann Wolf ain't beating Mike Tyson, Theo. I agree 100%. And just want to mention Lucia Riker. And I think did we talk about this before? Even if we didn't, we're going to talk about it. Lucia Riker is a female boxer. Probably the tightest female boxer on the planet about 10, 15 years ago. So much so to the point where no women wanted to box her. Nobody wanted to box her. Layla Ali didn't want to box her. Christy Martin didn't want to box her. A couple of other female boxers didn't want to box her. So she went to Thailand and fought male Muay Thai fighters. She got knocked out in the first round. And now this is a woman that other women feared to get in the ring with. And she got in there and threw a couple combos. And just like I said, dude was like, oh, we Muay Thai. And bam, bam, bow. And she fell over like a tree, bro. Look it up. It's a video out there. Lucia Riker versus Muay Thai fighter. But yeah, he lit her up. She felt like a tree, bro. It was timber all day. And I was like, wow, okay. But that's kind of what, and the crazy thing about it, Lucia Riker, I believe, is like 5'7", 5'8". The guy she was fighting was shorter than her. So yeah, I think we're all kind of having a let the church say amen moment here. But long story short, I guess we're on agreement. It's not fair. Bottom line, period. But I've talked to other people who are like pro-trans, and they're like, there are tons of trans athletes out there that are competing, and they're doing just fine. It's not the fact that they're doing just fine. It's the fact that they're doing just fine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that bottom line, fundamentally, that's a dude. That should be the end of the conversation. Okay, Mr. Lane wanted to talk about Ezra Miller. Are we up on what's going on with Mr. Ezra Miller? Long story short, the man is proving himself to be batshit crazy. Okay? Got video footage, and this is the man who supposedly is getting ready to play the Flash later on this year in the Flash movie. Yeah. D Diesel, you snuck in. What's up, player? Ezra Miller first defines himself as non-binary. Okay, that's neither here nor there. But my man has been in clubs causing commotion. My man that came over to people's houses and threatened them. He done choked some chick out in public. Video footage of it. Just, my man is straight bugging. Now, if I had that kind of guy, say I was Warner Brothers. Yeah, what D. Diesel said. Recast the Flash. Because that's embarrassing. Yeah, Ezra needs, he do need some help. He need a bunch of help. as much assistance as can be rendered for his crazy behind. I was seeing, because E-Man did a video on it and I read about it too, and I was just like, okay, Ezra just the entire fool, ain't he? He over here tripping, you know? And yeah, no doubt in my mind, he gets away with it. And well, but they talking, Mr. Lane, like they are gonna recast him because they put some of his other projects on hold. Usually, when your projects get put on hold, that's Hollywood's way of saying, I'm gonna put down three fingers and one's gonna be left. You guess which one. So that's essentially what they saying. Yeah, he's basically just bugging out on the regular. He's bugging out on movie sets. He's bugging out in clubs. He's bugging out on the streets. He flipping like judo. You know what I'm saying? I was reading all that. For those of you that ain't up on game, all I got to do is put their food name in here. See what I'm saying? As soon as I put in Ezra Miller, Ezra Miller's Flash future may be in doubt. Ezra Miller's future projects reportedly paused after disorderly. That's right. He got arrested for disorderly conduct. Yeah, he said he was. Yeah, that's how I knew it was. Yeah, that's how I knew he was batshit. When he said he was getting ready to do something to the KKK. My dude, word, you gonna do something to the KKK. Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller and Will Smith's treatment reveals a glaring Hollywood double standard. Okay. Had frequent meltdowns. Projects in jeopardy. This is a day ago. 1 day ago. That's 3 articles. 1 day ago that say all his projects, they like 4 fingers, pick one, and you don't get these 3. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they good with him. To be quite honest, he doesn't look, act, move, or behave like any Flash I've ever seen. He don't move like a Wally West. He don't move like a Barry Allen. He don't move like a Jake Garrick. I already said I can't stand this running. Who runs like that? Nobody runs like that. I don't know, Mr. Lane, what caused him to have these meltdowns. Maybe he always had those meltdowns, and we're just now hearing about it. Yeah, make you wonder how he got cast in the first place. That's what I thought. He having all of these issues and problems, that didn't, or did it? You know what I'm saying? He is a young fella. He could just, be manifesting signs of bipolar disorder, dissociative personality disorder, all of that. All of that can happen in your mid to late 20s. So, you know, yeah, he wasn't very flashy looking. And my thing with him in Justice League, Flash ain't scary. Why is Flash scared? You know what I mean? And all of that development stuff, and he's learning to get tough and stuff in Justice League. So does the Flash movie occur before or after Justice League? Because if it occurs before Justice League and he's super brave and ain't afraid to do stuff, why are you punking out in Justice League? Anywho, he should have played Moon Knight. I see what you did there, Mr. Lane. Yeah. 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 But we got to find a constructive way to do something with all of those personalities. And if we can't do nothing constructive with all of those personalities, ain't no sense. Ain't no sense. What were the biggest mistakes Zack made? Zack Snyder? Are you talking about the Snyder cut, or well, of course not. He started off, and then Joss Whedon took over. Yeah, he make a great Reverse Flash, but I don't have a problem with Zack Snyder's vision of the Justice League, other than it was too damn long, and you could have told that story in less than 4 hours. And I tell you this, and if y'all don't hear it nowhere else, you heard it right here first. Just as a whole, after Batman versus Superman. Okay, so if we talking about collectively, that first thing, that the first Justice League that Joss Whedon took over on and pissed everybody off and had everybody not liking him, that was a train wreck, because it felt unfinished, it felt rushed, it felt very last minute. It's like, okay, you ain't fleshing no characters out, no kind of ways. Just like, here, we know who Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman is. I don't need you to tell me anything about Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman, but flesh out the rest of these folks for me. Let me know what the deal is. That's how I felt about that. And like I was saying before, you heard it here first. The first motion picture company, DC, Marvel, Disney, Warner Brothers, who does a team of villains. They'll be the first. That'll be your next big hit, because everybody right now is just plain and cookie cutter, and they're all trying to kind of like do the same thing. So I'm telling you, first time we see the Legion of Doom, Masters of Evil, Thunderbolts, whatever. As soon as we get that, that's finna be your next hit. I'm telling you. Watch. Do you think he made mistakes with his version of Superman and Batman? I feel he might have made some mistakes, like the death of Superman to Doomsday was too early. Well, like I said, well, you said after Batman versus Superman is what you asked me. So that's Batman versus Superman. Yeah, the Doomsday was horrible. The Doomsday was, yeah, I didn't even know that was Doomsday. You know what I'm saying? Because to be quite honest, until he started protruding stuff, I thought it was like a crazy Bizarro or something. He didn't look very Doomsday-ish initially. I don't know. And that story, I agree, it should have been fleshed out a little more, not just like, boom, we're just gonna take General Zod and turn him into Doomsday. That sounded weird when I said it. We're gonna take General Zod and turn him into Doomsday. Yeah, that was awful. Yeah. When they called Joss Whedon in, that was the huge misstep right there. Yeah. 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 I, as y'all already know, or as you may not already know, I can show you better than I can tell you. Hey, like, where'd he go? That Unite the Seven is down to 3. True. Action figures. That's those of y'all that know me know I collect action figures. I collect black action figures. And And then that's just the hologram Iron Man. I'm getting ready to do something with that hologram Iron Man. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm a roll out. I'm gonna roll out some big diorama stuff that I'm working on, and with some unique original creations of my own. But yeah. I got tons of them, bro. Even the ones back there that I got grips and grips. I have a entire closet that has nothing in it but action figures. So yeah, I got quite a few. Do I want to see Tom Cruise Iron Man and Doctor Strange 2? Unpopular opinion. I did a video this week where I made mention of the fact that the Tom Cruise Iron Man is going to be in Multiverse of Madness. Did you know that Tom Cruise was the first choice to play Tony Stark before Robert Downey Jr.? Tom Cruise has no problem playing a dork, playing a jerkweed. The jerkweed producer that he played in Tropic Thunder, and that jerkweed dude, that killer that he played in Collateral, put them two together and you got a Tony Stark. So I think Tom Cruise would make a excellent, he perfect. He'd be a great Tony Stark. He's short. He got attitude. He's snarky. Yeah, Tom Cruise be a great Tony Stark. And he's arguably in better shape on the regular than Robert Downey Jr. is. So yeah, superior Iron Man. But I mean, if he's superior Iron Man, then that means he's a bad guy. And I read somewhere that superior Iron Man is said to possess a couple of his universe's Infinity Stones. So, yeah. And that's just what it is, Jeffrey. Rumors. Until I try not to deal in that, because people get excited and go talking and then be like, oh, okay, D-Real said over there on Be Real with D-Real, and come to find out it's just a rumor, it's just talk. That's why I don't want to deal in rumors and talk, because that can damage your credibility if that rumor turns out to be something else. Oh my goodness, the police is coming down the street. Well, I ain't got no warrants. What are my thoughts on Morbius? I haven't seen it. All of the reports say Morbius sucks donkey balls. One of my buddies was like, yeah, man, we should just go and see it for no other purpose but for you to be able to do a review and say how terrible it is. And I thought, that might be a good idea. You gonna pay for it? He agrees to pay for it. So Sunday, I am going to go and see Morbius because I was invited. And I will do a review and let y'all know exactly what my thoughts on Morbius is. If somebody paying for it, Diesel, I'll sit through it. I ain't coming out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's an hour and 45 minutes. I may not get back, but I will take that out on Morbius in the review. Trust me. Jeffrey say, I feel like Morbius could have been a way better movie. Also, Morbius was in a deleted scene from Blade 3. Blade 3 sucked too. Man of Steel 2. Good luck with that. Everybody on a black Superman right now, bro. Yeah, Sony does need to stop with the because I have heard rumors of a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie. Just rumors, just rumors, just rumors. But that's a horrible idea for a bunch of reasons. Why? Who cares? Black Cat is a Catwoman knockoff, and don't nobody know who Silver Sable is. And I don't think she's cool enough to helm a movie or interesting enough of a character. Yeah, exactly. But I don't want to see Madam Web either. Why? Why? Why are I feel you, D Diesel, because I'm upset. But what I was getting at before I got sidetracked with the action figure thing, they re-released Sunman for the Masters of the Universe line. Well, technically, they could have a bunch of universes. Um, since the concept of multiverses has been introduced in cinema, it's getting ready to become a plot device if it hasn't already. Uh, the introduction of being able to just say, okay, that character died, but there's another version of him over here. I could see how that would be problematic over time because nobody ever dies and nobody ever suffers and nobody ever experiences loss. Nope, I don't want to see Madam Web. Silver Sable is cool, but again, like I said, the presentation, the way she's presented has to be cool. And to me, Black Cat, Silver Sable, Black Widow, they all kind of fall in that same vein of character, that same type, that same style, that same archetype. Um, no, none at all. None whatsoever. My man, already. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all want to recast and throw 5 or 6 of the same character in one movie, but you won't even give us one. Won't even give us one. Can we have one T'Challa? Damn. Is that such a difficult ask? Yeah, she was practically Black Widow, Jeffrey, except her name was Silver. She's even from a Slavic European bloc country. So, yeah, yes, let's just get down for the get down. But like I was saying about Sunman, don't nobody remember Sunman? Nobody remembers the Sunman action figure. He came from the sun. It was this black lady back in the day. I forget her name. I think it's like 80, I want to say 84, 85, when that Masters of the Universe toy line was like super, super hot. And she was complaining about the lack of diversity amongst those action figures, and then that's when they started coming out with Jitsu, and then they had like a karate action figure, and then they had Sunman. And Sunman was a black guy, and they said supposedly he came from the sun, but the origin story was just god awful. But it was a black Masters of the Universe character. Well, it wasn't Masters of the Universe, but it was made like a Masters of the Universe character. I believe the name of the company that made it was called Olmec Toys. Ah, big points for whoever can tell me what is the relevance of calling your company Olmec. See how smart y'all are. Yeah, we do need we definitely need a new He-Man movie because Dolph Lundgren is stuck in my head live action, and I don't want that stuck in my head anymore. um Thundercats, yeah. I guess, yeah. Anthony Mackie wants to play Panthro. Olmec. Olmec. Now you can go Google it. The Olmecs were those statues in I want to say Mexico, and they're like these big large heads, and the heads clearly got big noses and thick lips. So that tell you we're everywhere. We're everywhere. We're all over the planet. We are the Genesis. We are the beginning. I don't know why people have trouble accepting that. Michael Clark Duncan wanted to play Sunman. That would have been a dope Sunman. That would have been a real dope Sunman. But Sunman, I believe, will be available for purchase at Target and Walmart next week. And I know a couple of sites. Entertainment Earth has them, but they're like ridiculously overpriced. Everything on Entertainment Earth is ridiculously overpriced. And then there's one other carrier I think that's going to be carrying it. So y'all should go and pick you up a Sunman. I'm just saying. If you never had a Sunman as a kid, you should get you a Sunman now, and you can have a Sunman, and we can perpetuate Black action figures. You know? They played basketball in those times. The Hero Twins. Okay. Panthro. Yeah, Panthro. Panthro was voiced by Earl Hyman, which is the same individual who played Heathcliff Huxtable's dad on The Cosby Show. Yeah, but the Olmecs look like the homeboys. Is what they look. You look at those heads, those are not Latino features on the Olmecs by any stretch of the imagination. The more you know. Ding ding ding. Yeah, I am just a treasure trove of trivia. At least movie and television based trivia. I actually went on a game show once and got eliminated. What was it called? The Weakest Link. I was actually on The Weakest Link back in 2001. Went on there, and yeah, the white people got together and plotted to vote me off. Because they thought I was a threat. Why, thank you, Brother Jeffrey. I appreciate that. I'm trying to make the channel lively for everybody. And just like my man Theo say, if you know me, grow me. Sharing's caring. And y'all gotta share. Do y'all understand? Sharing is an integral part of the triumvirate of comment. Well, not triumvirate, quad. Comment, like, subscribe, share. That's why in all of my videos, I put at the beginning, like, comment, subscribe, and then in big letters, and share. So if y'all saw that video on Theo's page this morning, where the TikTok one, that's how we as content providers feel. You know, when you come in and you look at the subs, you're like, dang, it's still the same. You look at the subs, dang, it's still the same. You look at the subs, dang, when y'all gonna start sharing? In rant. I need a Black Jeopardy skit with Nate and Ryan and the cast of BP2. Every question, oh man. And as much as they done retconned it, I know they ain't keeping up with the retcon. You know, I bet they don't even know T'Challa's mama name. His real mama. Uh-oh. I know everybody gonna be. I know y'all getting ready to boom, boom, bam, boom, 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 bam, boom, bam. Okay. But I could host that. Yeah, man. Nate and Ryan would get they'd finish with negative 10,000 each. Oh my goodness. Where am I at? Okay. That brings me to the last topic. Since we talking about all that, Anthony Mackie and Angela Bassett, She-Hulk. There's gonna be a Titania on that She-Hulk show. If She-Hulk and Titania don't fight on that show like they fight in the comics, not gonna be happy with it. Ms. Marvel, no. They've screwed up her origin, and we ain't even had episode 1. That is the direction a lot, and I love Marvel, but that's the direction a lot of their projects are taking because they aren't paying attention to canon and continuity. The receipt with a lot of these IPs is going to be because you aren't making well-rounded characters, you aren't making well-rounded plots. Unrounded characters and unrounded plots make for crappy ass shows and movies. So I just don't get, and just because you can do a project, just because you have the bags to do a project, if you ain't got the right people writing, directing, and producing, it's all going to look like Black Widow. It's all going to look like Eternals. Oh, we don't have to follow continuity. We can just do what we want to do. We could take Jack Kirby's and Neil Gaiman's Eternals and cram them all together and make it not make no sense. The difference between cramming stuff together good and cramming stuff together bad is the difference between the Eternals and Black Panther. They crammed a bunch of stuff in Black Panther and the stuff was incongruent and it didn't belong in there. It worked though. Eternals, not so much. It just is what it is, man. I mean, it's like, man, get me and a couple of folks that's on this train to write some stuff for y'all, and I guarantee y'all go back to making billions again. I ain't saying I know what people want, but I do. I watch them all with very low expectations these days because nothing they do anymore like shocks me. Nothing they do anymore is like a oh snap moment. It's like, and it's disappointing because Marvel has tons and tons of good properties. And I think what these writers and these producers do is they see these characters and they go, ooh, Wonder Man, that would be a dope Disney Plus show. What's his powers? And then they just go, boom, let's make a Wonder Man, and don't even get the whole backstory that originally Wonder Man was in the Masters of Evil and he sacrificed his life as a hero and then he came back later on and this ionic energy did stuff to him. And they won't do that. They'll glaze over all of that stuff and focus on, oh, uh the Vision was programmed with his brain patterns. Ooh, but I guess that that don't make no sense. Eternal sucked, but had a couple of good scenes. I like the origins of the universe, etc. But other than that, Eternals was garbage. Yep, exactly. See, that's a comic book reader right there. Now, I read, Jeffrey, this is for you. I read a Quora entry about that. And the question was, why isn't the Hulk the strongest person in the MCU? And the person responded with this. Now, y'all tell me if this makes any sense. They said the Hulk is the strongest character in the Marvel Universe, and his feats prove it. Problem: everybody refers to the fight between the Hulk and Thanos. Remember, Thanos had armor. And if Thanos wearing that armor can take on Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America simultaneously with minimal damage, he was taking direct shots from Mjolnir and Stormbreaker. So I don't think it's so much Thanos is the strongest being in the universe. Thanos is just skilled. Even without that gauntlet, he's a skilled fighter, and he had a weapon made of Uru. He didn't have to use that on the Hulk because the Hulk has no skill. But he should have had skill because he spent time on Sakaar. Yes, you're right, D. Steezel. Hulk in general gets no love in the MCU. He's strong. They nerfed him. They continually nerfed him. Well, dang, I think that's a good thing that MCU Thanos was watered down. He needed to be, because if we had gave you full throttle 616 Thanos, 19999 would be no more, because he'd have smashed all of them nerfed superheroes in the MCU. Technically, there are one or two that are better, but not many. Arguably, T'Challa was made better in the movies. I don't know. No, he wasn't, because Christopher Priest brought us the bulletproof armor long before that. So, or the kinetic, he brought us all of that. So, yeah. When we retcon those movies, we should make Thanos be obsessed with death and not obsessed with fixing the universe. That would have made for a much better Thanos. I agree. Yeah. Look here, y'all. Where I was getting, Bassett and Mackie, how y'all feel about them two caping for Wakanda Forever? I did videos on both of them, and y'all can check them out on the page. How y'all feel about what them two said about Wakanda Forever? You have no faith in Wakanda Forever anymore. Better to just say it's good and keep it moving. Yeah. I mean, because Angela Bassett was acting all extra on the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I was just like, I love Angela Bassett, but she looked phony as hell right now. Just I don't know, man. It's they it if nothing else, we will always be able to say it's unprecedented. It's the first time in the history of action movies that the titular character is not in the damn movie. How do we do that? How do you come to that decision in minutes? Let's take T'Challa out and put everybody else in, as many black characters as we can. That'll work, won't it, Nate? Yeah, let's do that. That's far as y'all thought it through. I mean, you would have had that same pushback with a recast, but just like everything dies down, because I tell people all the time, the public has an incredibly short collective memory. They probably remember, oh, Chadwick. Oh, or had issue with whoever stepped into the role. But eventually, because as I recall, I'm old enough to remember the James Bond transition. That was in the 70s. Sean Connery did his last James Bond flick, well, for MGM, did his last James Bond flick in 71, I think it was. Mr. Smith, correct me if I'm wrong. It was 1971 was Diamonds Are Forever. And then Roger Moore took over in, I want to say, 1975 or 76, 74, 75, around there with Live and Let Die. And that's when Roger Moore took over. Live and Let Die was a good James Bond movie. And then he did The Man with the Golden Gun and The Spy Who Loved Me, blah, 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 so on. And it worked. And people liked Roger Moore as James Bond. You always had that conversation. He ain't no Sean Connery. But people still liked Roger Moore as James Bond. And people liked Pierce Brosnan when Pierce Brosnan took over as James Bond. Recasting doesn't do anything to a titular character. If you like that character, you like that character, no matter who the heck is playing them, long as they don't do a terrible job. George Lazenby and Timothy Dalton did terrible jobs playing James Bond, and that's why they only did it for 1 and 2 movies, respectively. Some people still hate Don Cheadle as War Machine. Yeah, that ain't stop them from having Don Cheadle as War Machine. They didn't take him off the set because didn't nobody like Don Cheadle as War Machine. D. Steezel, yeah, I watched that first episode. They're gonna have to give me a little bit more. I didn't get Moon Knight until the last 30 seconds of the episode, but I mean, yeah, for the build-up, I should have got a whole lot more Moon Knight. But that's just me. What I hope they will do with Moon Knight, and what I think would be a real cool idea for them to do with Moon Knight, would be go over that same time period, but from Mark Spector's perspective or from Mr. Knight's perspective. Same events, same movement, same things happening, but we get to see what happens when Mark Spector takes over, or we get to see what happens when Mr. Knight takes over. If they do it like that, that'll be dope. The Living Daylights was cool to me. Now, I'm not saying it was or wasn't. I'm just saying, how many movies did Sean Connery do as James Bond? How many movies did Roger Moore do as James Bond? How many movies did Pierce Brosnan do as James Bond? That's all I'm saying. Timothy Dalton, 2 movies. George Lazenby won. And like you, I kind of On Her Majesty's Secret Service is a guilty pleasure for me. I actually like the movie because it tells the story about when James Bond got married and his wife got killed and all of that. So when you see references of James Bond looking at his wife's picture or looking at his wife's grave or something like that, On Her Majesty's Secret Service is the movie where that went down. Thank you. I tried. Real quick, is alopecia a disease that we need to be worried about? Is alopecia a disease that we need to bring more attention to and make more people aware that alopecia exists and we need to do something about it? And now we don't need to go into the Jada thing, but you know what, Jeffrey? Don't know. And I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't. Because Wakanda Forever, they can put whatever they want to put in it. They can put whoever they want to put in it. If they don't put T'Challa in it, I don't care what's happening in it because they aren't getting my money. No way. Period. I mean, I feel so strongly about that one that even if somebody buys me a ticket, I won't go see it. That's just how I feel. Wow, Mocha. Better late than never, huh, babe? Greetings. Hi. Hello. I was asking about alopecia. If it's not a terminal disease, then no. Why then? Why are we having conversations about alopecia now? Why are there so many damn people talking about alopecia? This is what I say about that. Okay? Celebrities are human beings. We are the ones that give them this otherworldly, godlike vibe about them, like they're just so infallible and so perfect. No, they're not. They just act well. They know how to go in a movie and act. They know how to play a role, which if you really think about it, is that something you should admire somebody up for, that they have the ability to deceive you? I don't know. That's one way of looking at it. I'm devil's advocate. Just call me devil's advocate. And I love and respect you for it, Mocha. I appreciate you. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. That's my homie. That's my homie. She sings well. She sings very well, actually. Anywho, so Ricky Gervais did a video yesterday. I don't know if yeah, exactly, D Steezel. Exactly. Yep, no king, no coins. I hear you. But anyway, Ricky Gervais, British fellow. He's the one that brought it up, start talking about alopecia and why is she talking about alopecia and this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, my hair's falling out too. And so should I get, that's my thing. Oh, and I hate to sound cold about it because I have family members that have alopecia. I have female family members that have alopecia. You know what they do? They put on wigs. They put in weave. They put on hats. Or, just like she did, they shave all their hair off and be done with it. Shaving your hair off does not make you not sexy. Ask Amber Rose. Ask Persis Kambata, who played Lia in the first Star Trek movie back in the 70s. She's bald-headed. She looked good. I mean, hair, well, for some people, hair is not a I can't mess with you component. Because if you, yeah, I don't want to get disrespectful, but if you are endowed in other ways, I guarantee you, a real man gonna overlook a bald head. Period. She said, hella distractions while there's concentration camps. Jeffrey Lane, I like that answer. Narcissists love to gaslight people. I agree with that 150%. I worked with a narcissist, and yeah, gaslighting is like one of their favorite damn things to do. These Stevenson said, none of my family members have it. Lucky, good. Celebrities are very good liars, not actors, in my opinion. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I create a lie so good that you believe it. How's that saying go? Greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing people he didn't exist. You know, because he's acting like something else. But yeah, I felt like, and people fell for it too. It was people, oh, this guy alopecia, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, it's alopecia. Why are y'all getting all extra irregular about it? He made that joke. And I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. I said I wasn't going to get into that. Also, she is probably a handler to Will, and she is also a high-level witch in Hollywood. You saw the Ankh she had on. Hollywood is a very strange place indeed. Ankh? Oh, Brother Jeffrey, I got to disagree with you there. I do not think an Ankh is a witch symbol. A Ankh is actually Kemetic in origin. And it's more unto likened unto a key or the beginnings of something. I believe is what an ankh symbolizes. She might have just been wearing an ankh like drug dealers wear crosses and Jesus pieces. Just because I got it on, don't mean I owe any allegiance to the belief behind it. Yeah, I agree. If he had made a breast cancer joke, yeah, Will, you reserve all rights to go up there and pimp slap him. But yeah, it's just nah. It just I didn't. And hey, and she's a witch who wishes she still could date Tupac because she got her man still trying to measure up to a ghost. Anyways, y'all, I have covered all my topics. And you know what that means? I'm so glad we had this time together. I like y'all. I like every last one of y'all. Now, you might not think that's a big deal, but there are actually people in lives like this that come in to troll, who come in to make funky comments, who come in to just irritate and disrupt the flow of things. But y'all are in here, and even though it's just words, I feel the energy, and I feel like y'all are genuine. I appreciate y'all. I mean, it was something Egyptian. Egyptian. Okay. Well, if she's Egyptian witch, if there's even such a thing, that might be more plausible. Jim Carrey is a warlock in Hollywood. Okay. Aww. I have an honest channel. Respect, Mr. Lane. Respect. I try to run an above board channel and not try to go gimmicky to try to get more subs and shares and that kind of thing, because I feel like when I do get to a place where I've got that kind of following, being genuine will work to my advantage versus working to my disadvantage. I don't scoff at humble beginnings. Well, you know, I have said in a couple of videos, the same energy you give is the same energy you're going to get back. So I don't know. Maybe people will choose to respect that as, the numbers grow and the viewership grows with it. They won't they want Wakanda Forever to fail so we don't get Blue Marvel. Oh, uh maybe. Maybe. It might be that deep. It could be. Sometimes it usually is. But see, you're gonna drag me off, have me keep going. I got I see I could talk about that for another hour. Maybe one day we will have a big fat long 2-hour discussion about something. And I need to get together with some more content providers and do another live. And I think we may be doing that on the 17th. I'm not sure. I have to get more details. But until then, I am signing off. I'll be coming at y'all with another Thursday live. Wow. Okay. We gonna see about making that happen. I will keep y'all in the loop one way or another. But signing out. Appreciate y'all. I'll be coming at y'all with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good. Be good to each other. Peace.